After 30, life stops following the rules they taught you as a child. No one explains this at school. They say, work hard, be honest, be kind, wait your turn, and the world will reward you. But once you pass that invisible line after your 20s, you notice a cold truth. Promotions don't go to the hardest workers. Relationships don't last just because you stayed loyal. Respect doesn't come only for being nice. After 30, people stop acting like life is fair. They make deals in rooms you're not invited to. They smile to your face, but undercut you behind your back. They stay quiet about chances that could change your life, and then say, I thought you already knew. When you finally see it, your first reaction is shock, complaint, or feeling betrayed by the system you trusted. Machiavelli would look at you and say, good, now you're finally awake. Most people never adjust. They keep following the childhood rules in the adult world. They think fairness is some invisible referee who will eventually fix everything. They think karma comes on schedule, not realizing it's just a story told to keep losers patient. They go to work, finish tasks, avoid fights, and then watch the smart colleague who knows how to impress the right people move ahead as if they were frozen. They call it politics, as if it were something dirty that good people should skip. But Machiavelli knew better. Politics is not an exception. It is the language of power. After 30, life itself becomes political, whether you want it or not. The only question is, will you learn that language or stay the honest worker everyone quietly uses? There's a brutal change in your 30s. When you were younger, people underestimated you because of your age. They assumed you had time. They gave you second chances, guidance, patience. Mistakes were allowed because the future seemed wide and forgiving. But after 30, that horizon shifts. Now people judge by different rules. What have you built? Who are you? What do you control? Sympathy fades. Benefit of doubt disappears. People no longer ask if you're good. They ask if you're useful, impressive, and if being around you helps them. If not, they quietly step away. No anger, no words, just cold Machiavellian calculation. This person does not move me forward. Machiavelli knew this long ago. He wrote not for children, but for rulers in a world where mercy costs and naivety kills. After 30, you are judged like a small prince, not a wandering student. People check your territory, money, skills, network, influence. They measure your walls and army. Even if your kingdom is just your job, habits, and relationships, if walls are low and army weak, they don't attack with swords. They attack with indifference. They keep you out of important info. They speak for you when you're absent. They label you in 3 words and decide your fate. He lacks drive. She's too emotional. He's not leadership material. And while you feel offended, doors close. The first rule Machiavelli gives after 30 is simple. Stop expecting fairness. Expect self-interest. Expect quiet competition. Expect everyone to follow a private plan you will never fully see. This isn't paranoia. It's clarity. When you accept that people act in their own interest, their moves stop surprising you. The colleague who never shares credit. The sibling who only calls when they need something. The friend who drifts away when you grow. They are not glitches. They are the system. Once you accept that, the question is no longer why they act like this, but how you can use it so their self-interest helps you, not destroys you. You may want to cling to moral outrage saying, I refuse to play this game. It sounds noble, righteous, but in Machiavelli's world, refusing doesn't make you pure. It makes you prey. Lions don't beg hyenas to be kinder. They get stronger. Modern danger is strategic. How you act, whom you trust, what you reveal, which battles you fight, which you end quietly and decisively. When you master these moves, people with less skill and more cunning stop controlling your life quietly. After 30, people stop playing fair because they cannot afford it. Bills, families, regrets, aging, all demand attention. Your success threatens them. Your growth exposes their stagnation. Your potential reminds them of risks they never took. They smile, "I'm happy for you," while nudging a rumor here, withholding a recommendation there, delaying a favor. Never directly, but 1,000 small Machiavellian cuts keep you in place. If you wait for the world to reward good intentions, you won't notice the damage. Machiavelli's advice: don't beg for fairness. Become too useful, strategic, dangerous to ignore. Usefulness is your first shield. Solve problems no one else can, and people hesitate to sabotage what they need. But usefulness alone isn't enough. Attach it to leverage. Work where your effort builds power, expands options, and lets you walk away if someone treats you as disposable. Look at your life now. Job, skills, relationships. Ask, if they stopped playing fair tomorrow, how much could they hurt me? Could one decision erase income? One breakup destroy identity? One friend group isolate me? If yes, you're vulnerable, already under control. Machiavelli would shout, never depend on those who do not fear losing you. Build redundancy. More than one income, skill, network. Not for disloyalty, but for survival. After 30, there's less time to fix mistakes, but more power to act ruthlessly. You are no longer a teenager begging to be liked. You are an adult deciding who deserves proximity. Machiavelli would command a prince's audit of your circle. Those who drain you, applaud publicly but resent privately, subtly block your growth. These are not neutral voices. They are silent saboteurs. Don't confront. Deny them access. Short replies, less availability, fewer secrets. Let them feel the rising drawbridge. After 30, your image is a weapon or weakness. People judge faster, harder. They think you cannot change. They watch your voice, posture, clothing, expression, and make long-term decisions in seconds. Complain or weaponize it. Treat appearance as armor, a clear voice, steady eyes, simple, sharp clothes, calm under pressure. Signals matter more than raw talent. In unfair environments, invisible hierarchies dominate. The loud, charming, connected, the ones who already decided they deserve more. You may want to expose them. Call hypocrisy. Be a noble whistleblower. Machiavelli would shake his head. Don't expose those with more power. Study them. Watch whom they respect when no one is looking. Find the real center of influence. Align with it. Not to impress, but to move strategically. After 30, even love isn't fair. People stay in relationships for convenience, status, fear, image. They compare, calculate, measure. Is this my best option? Loyalty and care alone won't protect you. Someone who understands respect, admiration, and status can blindside you. Machiavelli would say, don't negotiate love from need. Keep body, mind, and standards sharp, not for vanity, but leverage. If someone plays unfair, you don't beg. You walk, and absence becomes the penalty. There is a hidden rule that Machiavelli would quietly tell you. Stop announcing your plans. Children shout about their dreams. Adults act silently. After 30, Every goal you declare becomes a tool others can use against you. I thought you were doing this project. How is it going? They are not asking to help. They are watching your progress, measuring if you are catching up. Do not hand them the map. Let them only see results, never the preparation. Work in the shadows. Arrive with the finished sword, not the drawing of it. You might think, isn't this exhausting? Always calculating, always careful. Machiavelli would answer, it only feels exhausting if you pretend the game does not exist. Right now, you are already in the game. You are already judged, positioned, labeled. You are already someone's competitor, someone's asset, someone's step stool. Denying it does not stop it. Awareness lets you stop being the only one unaware of the rules. The most peaceful people in an unfair world are not the naive. They are the prepared. They have inner calm built on outer strategy. They smile in any room because they know exactly where they stand, and more importantly, where they are headed. So how do you win when people stop being fair? You do not become them. You become sharper. Keep a private code, a line you will not cross. Not because the world deserves your morals, but because you refuse to weaken yourself through guilt or self-hate. Machiavelli never told princes to be cruel for fun. He told them to be feared when necessary, deceptive when useful, and generous when strategic. That is your guide. You do not speak every truth. You do not share every plan. You do not forgive every betrayal. But you also do not waste energy on small revenge. You punish by distance, by success, by making it clear life improves when you remove certain people from your orbit. Stop arguing with unfair systems. Build exits instead. Stop pleading with gatekeepers. Create your own doors. Stop asking, why won't they pick me? Start asking, how can I become someone they cannot ignore, or someone who needs no one at all? This shift is everything. It changes you from a piece on someone else's board to the player arranging the pieces. Once you reach this mindset, notice something. The people who played unfairly become careful, polite, even respectful. Not because they suddenly changed, but because in their private calculation, the risk of crossing you now outweighs any gain. After 30, the world punishes hesitation and rewards decisive action. Machiavelli would tell you to move like a blade, quiet, precise, unstoppable. Speak less, but make every word land. Show up ready, not just present. Learn where influence flows in your world. Learn who actually decides and what they care about. Become the person who can deliver that, and make sure they know, but never fully understand how. Keep some mystery. Stay unpredictable, not chaotic, but unreadable. When people cannot pin you down, they handle you with care. Care is the closest you will get to fairness in an unfair world. You do not owe anyone access to your fears or doubts. After 30, oversharing becomes a liability. The more people know what scares you, the easier it is to hurt you. Machiavelli would tell you, be emotionally disciplined in public, honest only to a small inner circle. Cry if necessary, but not in front of competitors. Doubt yourself, but not where people will exploit it. Show calm, direction, and quiet confidence. Let the world project strength onto you until it becomes real. If this seems cold, consider the alternative. The alternative is waiting for fairness and losing 10 years. Trusting promises instead of observing actions. Assuming that because you would not betray, they won't either. This path leads to bitterness and helpless anger later in life. Machiavelli's gift is brutal mercy. He removes the mask early so you can adjust. He tells you plainly, people act in self-interest. Power shapes morality more than morality shapes power. You can hate this and fail, or accept it and learn to win without losing yourself. Start small. Do one strategic act this week. Not cruel, not abusive, but calculated. Speak less in a conversation where you usually overshare. Decline one useless invitation. Spend that time building a skill or plan that increases leverage. Notice who reacts when you stop being so available. Notice who respects you more when you stop explaining yourself. These are your first lessons in the real game. After 30, people stop being fair. Good. Let them. Let them gossip, lie, and withhold. While they waste energy, you will do what they forgot. Build depth, skills, options, calm, alliances, and a reputation that grows even when you are absent. One day, you will walk into a room and feel it. The shift, how people look at you before you speak, measure their words. Even the unfair ones think twice. That is Machiavellian victory. Not applause, not liking, but moving through life on your terms, untouched by small games, mastering the only game that matters, power, handled silently for a life no one can take from you. Machiavelli would remind you, power is rarely dramatic. It is quiet patterns repeated for years. How you respond when someone wastes your time. The standards you enforce when people cancel last minute. Boundaries around your focus. Every compromise against your priorities compounds into a life where you serve everyone but yourself. Stop explaining why you are busy. Act as if your time is scarce and valuable. It is. People believe your time is precious when you do first. There is another trap you have to avoid completely: trying to save everyone. In your 20s, you might have felt responsible for pulling friends out of their mistakes, helping siblings improve themselves, or pushing coworkers to aim higher. After 30, this becomes a massive drain on your energy and power. Machiavelli would advise you to separate allies from projects. Allies meet you halfway. Projects resist every effort and drain you constantly. You are not a rehabilitation center for people who refuse to grow. You owe them basic respect, yes, but not your life energy. Step back and watch. The people who were using you will fade away. The few who are truly meant to rise with you will start moving on their own. You must also learn the art of selective truth. Full honesty may sound noble, but it is suicidal as strategy. After 30, you cannot reveal to everyone your income, plans, fears, envies, or weaknesses. Speak only the right truth to the right person at the right time. When your boss asks how committed you are, do not confess your doubts about the entire industry. Answer what matters to them. When a competitor asks about your progress, understate enough to keep them careless. When a partner asks if something is wrong, share only what moves the relationship forward. This is not lying. It is choosing which version of the truth keeps your power intact. Machiavelli would also warn you about public embarrassment. After 30, one mistake sticks longer than you imagine. People remember. Communities build quiet stories. Unstable, overreacts, weak. One emotional explosion can erase years of competence. That is why you must study your triggers carefully. Who annoys you? Which situations make you feel small, ignored, or disrespected? Don't just notice. Analyze them like a general studies enemy map. Then slowly rob them of power by preparing your responses ahead of time. A single calm sentence rehearsed now can replace a meltdown later. I'll think about it. Let's revisit tomorrow. Simple words give time. Time cools anger. Cooled blood wins battles. You are not obliged to correct every misunderstanding. Let people misinterpret your silence, twist your words, or assume wrong motives. Those who matter will watch your long-term pattern, not one distorted moment. Machiavelli would say, spend your energy shaping reality, not chasing shadows. Build consistent work, presence, and reputation so that any rumor looks like noise against the signal of your life. Money also becomes a political tool after 30. People may claim it doesn't matter, but behind closed doors, it decides where they live, tolerate, and respect. If you dislike this, good. Use it to treat money seriously. See it as modern power, not for show, but for freedom. The freedom to quit toxic jobs, relocate, or say no. Save aggressively. Invest in skills that multiply your earning potential. Avoid debts that trap you into silence. When others know you can leave safely, they are forced to negotiate. One more law. Forgiveness is not a single action for everyone. Some people you forgive by letting them back in. Others, you forgive by never speaking to them again. Some made mistakes within a pattern of loyalty. Others clearly showed disloyalty. Silent when you were attacked. Amused at your struggle. Selfish when convenient. After 30, keeping such people close is self-harm. They will not change because you cried, explained, or begged. They will only change when your absence removes the benefits they quietly collected from you. Let consequence be the teacher you never had. Machiavelli would tell you, life after 30 is a court of perception, not law. Each day, people silently measure your value. You can walk in hoping for fairness, or you can walk in knowing it will not come, and prepare. Stand straight, speak clearly, keep strong boundaries, use strategic silence, show competence, protect private plans, be loyal but not blind, kind but not soft. Do not announce that you have changed, just change. Those who used you will call you selfish. Those who respect you will call you grown. One day, older, you will see two versions of yourself. One who demanded fairness and waited for someone to rescue them. One who learned to see the world as it is, not as it should be, and moved through it like a quiet storm. Decide now which version you will become. After 30, the game sharpens. Refusing to sharpen with it will make you lose without realizing it. So wake up tomorrow, asking not for an easier world, but a sharper mind, colder eyes, steadier hands. Examine each interaction. What are they gaining? What am I gaining? What happens if I say no? What happens if I walk away? These questions are your compass, pulling you from emotional fog into strategic clarity. Live like this, and you stop begging for fairness. You build a life where, fair or not, you still win. This is Machiavelli's ultimate gift. Not comfort, not optimism, but control. The quiet, heavy certainty that you no longer depend on an unfair world's kindness. Respect people, but do not worship them. Appreciate opportunities, but do not chase them at all costs. Love, but do not collapse when someone with divided loyalties leaves. You become the calm center of your own storm. From that center, you can do what few do after 30. Not just survive, but master the game. Move with quiet precision, strategy, and calm. Carry yourself as if someone is always watching. Not paranoid, but deliberate. How you handle small annoyances, speak about people not present, react to last-minute changes, all signal your rank. People trust those calm under stress. They follow those whose emotions do not explode. Practice on small frictions so that when the real tests come, betrayal, layoffs, public attacks, you move calm, precise, and unshaken. Some will call you cold or calculating. Smile inwardly. The old script is gone. They can no longer manipulate you with guilt or chaos. You have not lost heart. You stopped offering it as collateral in every negotiation. The right people will rise. The wrong ones will leave. Let them. The point is not to make life a war. It is to create enough power, leverage, and inner strength to finally relax. To be kind without being used, generous without being drained, loving without being blind. That is the true victory in a world that stopped being fair long ago. Not to make others lose, but to build a life so intelligently designed and defended that, fair or not, you still get what matters: time, freedom, self-respect, and the quiet knowledge that Machiavelli would nod in approval. When you hear, "This isn't fair," respond, "I'll turn this to my advantage." Repeat this quietly over the years, and ordinary men become dangerous in deliberate, calculated ways. After 30, you owe yourself that.